Hello Galactic family. I greet and bless you in this phase of rebirth in eternity. I come to you as you come to me. The same silence and the same word, our presence in irradiated beauty, of grace and love. You who hear me, you who read me, I present myself to you by eternal love, grace and smile, infinite expression of consciousness. In my words do not seek sense of direction, but look at the present moment of His presence. In the joy of the heart and the joy of their rebirth. I come in your essence, express infinite grace these blessed moments. So, let me welcome you as you welcomed me in the grace of the moment. Let yourself be carried away by the vibration of fire, let yourself love in fire igniter, who has burned all that has no place to be, all that is obsolete, and all that have no meaning except within the ephemeral. I address you, beyond all words, in all intimacy and its truth, so in the sense of the one consciousness and infinite truth. You concluding and decides what can remain in your delusion of suffering, discovering then free from all movement, free of all creation, whose ongoing revival finally releases the last ties, the last attachment to the dream of this world. I invite you to celebrate the grace of the moment, because this grace everything is included, no issue can emerge, only the evidence extends and expands the presence of your heart in its top crown, dancing and singing the song of life, the truth of the word. Put yourself in me so that I put the sting of your sun and the truth of his light, there where there is no place for what is shadow, for opposing and resisting, there where only remains the peace eternal, the one that fills you and feeds in every circumstance and in every moment. I bless you in grace, I bless you in your truth, I bless you in your immortality. You who took over the essence, the one source essence, I corner you, corner of the release, the song of hope, which is not located in any time or in the future, but much more in that moment of consecration, where the sacred it is everywhere and nowhere. Each place is your home, each dimension is his joy, every form is the expression of their freedom. In this place where no weapon and no discussion can be of some use, in this place where your light clothes sparkle by the grace of love, I spread your light of truth so that it becomes the light of each of the same truth, which no language is needed, where only the brightness of his eyes and the strength of your smile are truth. In one light I am also reborn in you, making you permeable and sensitive to what is light, applying a balm on what may remain of heart on your body and what remains of his person. By the grace of fire igniter I welcome you, and for you, raise your heart there where the abode of peace becomes permanent ecstasy and unspeakable love bite, removing you from the yoke and all suffering. Becoming so, the Son of Life, the Son of Love, you are adorned the interior jewelry existence body at the time where the last doors open on double hit by fire igniter, that the truth that brooks no criticism in any conditions. So I say to you, my friend, my beloved, remember, whatever happens, do not forget your eternity. Do not forget your original form, this fire language that built the worlds, who built the experience in every dimension. The attributes of your heart will never be the attributes of your body in this world. It is time to wake up, to leave the dream of life in this world. It's time to rise and prove yourself. This is done at the time, because it competes in this presence as in my presence. The lighting of this world, these hidden gears appear to you on the big day, leaving no room for the slightest shade or less illusion. Then the shine of his own presence leaves the fire of love in its different components. You always raise more and unutterable your heart. Here where we are is eternity, there where we are everything is free and everything remains the cement of truth and the cement of consciousness, where no hardness can further hinder any expression of it. So, my friend, my beloved, receive what is due to receive its truth. This time as at any time, you can stay Nella, that's all, that's you and me, as each of us. Do in the face of yourself, recoilless and without regret, because you have everything to gain to be reunited in their entirety and in their happiness. In the heart fire you reveal yourself, like yourself throughout eternity as in any dimension. So we welcome together the principle of life, so that the burning of the sun becomes permanent and immanent. Straighten up, stand erect, because you are an eternity, which cannot always be diverted. Find out in its magnificence humility of his person, simple gust of wind that goes off every time and remains there wherever you may go out, there wherever you can weaken. In love immaculate grace, you are as the radius of the sun revealing and arousing Christ to you. Clarity is done, the day plays its zenith, and that day never the night may fall, not even be thought. Go beyond my words are just the notes of the symphony that performs in as temple as this world. Dare to show the truth that you are. Dare to show what you are, not by words, not by gestures, but by the grace of evidence of their presence. Listen, listen and receive this symphony of light that puts an end to all faiths, all beliefs and all confinements. It is there not in your destiny to come, even if it is there at the moment where there is more distance between her and her ephemeral eternal. Nothing else can be separated and it meets the same joy and the same evidence. You just have to open your heart, open your hands, unclench your eyes and your ears in order to perceive, to feel you in its essence and truth of his being. In this space where you are, it becomes sacred because his presence is sacred and his grace gathers and reunites you. The word is poured, the Spirit enlightens you in the fire igniter that consumes you. Such is the bite of love that never fades, that never restricted. At each point of the body where you are lodged, the same fire, the same evidence, the same presence, there where there is no difference, there where only the essence. Let your heart finally smile because smiling heart is forgiveness you give yourself and giving around you, above all, what has not been right. Thus, in high and smiling heart, you put an end to the person's illusion, the illusion of images. Empty it all that just makes the disorder in any part of your body and in any corner of your consciousness. There is no room or postponement for what resisted, for what was believed. All that remains is the nakedness of his presence, there where no artifice can make you swerve. Let yourself fertilize for its existence body, let yourself fertilize the blue mantle of grace. Hold nothing back, there is nothing to hold. Let go of the shackles. The time has come to cross and approach in its eternity any way you want, in any dimension that your consciousness explore. It is with the angels, that is with the fairies, it is between each of you. Let spontaneity and evidence take the step on any explanation about every question. On this evidence, there is no longer any doubt, this evidence may be lacking anything. So, at this point, only the remains you are, beyond all appearance, plus all game. Resume and reveal the entire fire igniter, forging his being by the grace of the Spirit and the Word, remaining thus it. Silence, let consciousness gather at the center of their high heart. Here is the immutable, there is the infinite and indefinite, prior to his conscience. Let your heart bathe in the Eucharist, let your heart be manifested, let your heart become that torch that carries the light in each universe, on each world. You're the gift of life and the gift of life, let the gift to establish, because it is given and will yield 100-fold. Such is the grace of Allah, the law of love where every experience is possible, but always remembering that you never fail, it will never decrease. Wherever you are I will find you. Wherever you are, I install myself in you. Thus it is established in you not only grace but a perpetual pardon every offense life that was created by you, either. Each is acquitted, each is free. Let rise this fire, it is your perpetual joy. Such is the fire of love, one that runs through you, that you live. Whatever the effects within this temple and its ephemeral, the important thing is your eternity, the important thing is the flame of life and love dancing and flickers in all the worlds as the absolute. Leave the doors of your body open for freedom, leave the doors of your body open to his ascension and his freedom. The time is for the delivery, the time is for your delivery. Listen to the song love says in his ears at that time. Listen to the fire igniter sings covering your body and your heart. What can be more important than that? What can be more necessary in the fullness of their high heart in his smile, and his emanation? These are days, where the sky marries the earth as their male marries her feminine, yielding you your androgyny for unity and its beauty. Let yourself fertilize by each hearts here present as each of the hearts that hear or read. There is no more distance, there is no time, no delay. Love slams the door in all possible ways, by abolishing all the way, abolishing all suffering. Stay there, any obligation or any contingency that your world will be from now on smooth and easy. There can be no difficulty, by the way, if you still resonate with this world that is not their world. Anything you say, what you think, what you choose, your kingdom is not of this world. Then I invite you to look more deeply and more intensely. You the truth is never born, never left you standing there in righteousness and lightness. I drive you my prayer that is none other than yours. In silence and in my words, there is the word quickens him, and restore him his wholeness. Position yourself simply because there came the time of grace and time of eternity, putting an end to all sorrow that can remain illusions and beliefs. His body, bathed in light and fire is forged on transparency and evidence. The existence of body, diamond heart. From now on the wick is consumed, the one who puts the fire in his ascension vehicle. Covered his diadema 12 sparkling stars, you live in peace because here there is only peace. Everything is satisfaction, everything is satisfied. Thus, it concludes transition, thus realizes his resurrection, there where there are no more barriers or distance, no separation. In the oneness of life, the resurrection plan unit, you are welcomed to the extent that you host. And love is not measured, so do not measure anything. There is nothing to regret, nothing to weigh, nothing to judge, is just happy to be there. Whatever the age of your body, whatever their wounds, they will also be burned by the fire of love. Do not hold back anything, just be there. Silence, I'm with you for eternity and forever and ever. If it were counted in this world or counted worldwide, time has no length, time has no duration. The same space it knows no distance, no obstacle. You are everywhere, because you are everywhere and you are everything. In the fire of the Spirit, love fills you. Love yourself and love everyone, without measure and without default, because love is free and the love makes you free. This freedom is unknown in this confined world, pours its majesty and its accuracy. See why here there are no more questions, because here there are no more questions, because here everything is true, everything is authentic. Welcomes in each of its ports, in each of its centers of consciousness, in each of its wheels, as in his diadema that gird his brow and his head. Accommodate. You are much more than anything that you can imagine or design. You are much more than anything that you could think and much more than all that you could live in this world, like the surface of the world. You are much more than the sunset of all sizes and of all systems, You are much more than all the universes and the multiverse. You are simply the truth and beauty. This freedom does not depend on any attribute, or in any way or any limit, is now present in its entirety. It is enough for you to look beyond all appearance and all history, in the immutability of your heart. There is nothing to seek but to acquiesce, to rediscover and place. Fire works for himself by his intelligence, cannot be controlled or diverted. He is the fire of life, animated by air and ether, expressing the water the way. Where you come from, whatever its constitution, even the slightest, even the most diverse, there is only the truth that is worth, there is only the truth that is, was and always will be. Let me bring to your heart the breath of the Spirit, let me take your heart the breath of life. There's your majesty, there is his greatness. It is not in the form that you have in this world, nor in its purchases or experiences in this world that definitely are only fatality and dust. You are forged in eternity of love, everything else is just pass and returns to dust. You do not will not be quenched ever. So is the life, so is love. You who are life, love and life, I invite you to open up beyond all reason, beyond all limits, beyond all form. Let it run through the sword of truth, the sword of Michael, the appeal of Mary. Let me love you as you have always been, and as you will always be. Let the word rise, one of the first sound and the last sound. Let the word perk you up instead of the vital fire of desire and passion in this world, which is just a flash in the pan, before the passion of truth and passion of love. Note the differences, note the evidence, all that puts you in the end in doubt and the whole projection, there remain where I am. Whatever burn your heart, whatever the bite, only it comes to love, only it comes to beauty and lightness. Let yourself love, let live, because in love everything is in order, and everything is fair. There can be no deviation or error, or impatience. Everything is there, everything is revealed. Look up. Look up that fire of love that devours you and pays you your freedom. Do not put more limits the expression of what you are, or place more patterns or references to the love that you are. Remember, unconditional love cannot be seized or frozen in any way. It is free and you are this freedom never found. Eat this fire of love. It covers all needs, all faults, and satisfies you beyond all limits. Do not seek, because you are what you believe to seek, and you're always simply the lighting was not perhaps enough to see as you are. These imminent times, nothing can be hidden and you know. Nothing can return, and you already see. Let your gaze and his eyes speak the language of love, the language of truth. Let your hands transmit this love in every part of you, as each. So, you remain free and available, you kept your own home for one who comes like a thief in the night, to the one who will call him turn to his resurrection, to its end, for its completion. Remains available because it is essential not to the trifles of this world, whatever its residual attachment, whatever their ties, whatever their attraction to materiality. Watch your truth. With this may be compared or measured. The rest means nothing, the rest are just things that pass and never last beyond the level of his birth and his death. You never born, in fact, not know never to death, whatever his conscience want to live, whatever their whereabouts in any form to adopt. Listen, listen to the word of singing dancing in your heart, saluting his eternity, saluting their stars, hailing their doors, and so let the foe flash over proceed without regret or attachments. You who are love, no suffering can achieve it, whatever the state of your body. If there is suffering, then let the love put everything in place, nothing can be excluded and nothing can be taken away. Silence. In the appeal of Mary, you forget every form, every story. Only then will remain the light that you are, not supporting nor over time, nor about space or on the lower, thus completing the great work of his resurrection, thus completing all the weddings you lived in these earth times. Let the music of life carry you in this endless circle. Do not put limits on what you live for the moment, or put brakes or place conditions. Realize freedom you are. You do not need words, do not even need an alibi or justification, you're it. And there is more distance, there is no way. I go down the fire igniter to his feet, washing her feet from every defilement and all splinter of this world. You are blessed, perpetual way. There is no distance, no more delay, everything is now. See it and much more receive the gift of grace, far more than the blessings. Here is the truth, there is love, there is nothing to design, there is nothing to see, nothing to do, just be. There is no effort to provide, there is only to relax, while you reach out toward this eternity. And then it appears the flame of love, the flame of Christ, the flame of the archangels, the flame of the peoples of nature, all celebrate the life and his resurrection. And then where you are, where I am, everything is clear, everything is fair and everything is perfect. Let your heart vibrate in cadence that is yours. And as eternity, there is nothing to distract, there is nothing to die, there is nothing to lose or to gain, there is only evidence of love. Let me take the igniter fire in your crown of the head in order to shine 1,000 fires, its 12 stars. Let me take up its members fire the igniter. Let me take each of your senses fire igniter, giving him just to see beyond the appearance of the senses. Accept the gift of life, accept the gift of eternity, accept this evidence. Install on the joy that can never fade. Install in the joy that is brought to life in every breath. Let me love you, without measure, without limit, without condition. Likewise, I cry all the love, I call her flame. Silence, all the times of this earth are met. It suffers no more delay, there is imminent. Truth is poured. Do not hide anything, even things that may still seem shameful will be burned in the same fire of joy, the same evidence in the same lightness. Do not store any weight. Let me love him without measure or calculations, without benefit or loss. Silence, the fire igniter, the more intense, transports you to the heart of being, the heart of life, the love heart. You who are never born, you call primordial, you primordial androgen, resolved in you all that may seem still to be resolved, not by yourself, but the ease of love. The Word became flesh and flesh back to the Word. There is nothing to lose. There are no regrets, no fear. Together we raise the fire ether, not that of suffering, but that's life ether that puts an end to all suffering. I deposit in your vessel the mystic marriage to his eternity and love, stamp on you the seal of liberty and the seal of joy, which cannot be deleted or compressed. I bless the fire igniter, your channel Mariano, making it permeable to light fully worlds, the unified worlds. I become permeable, your channel Mariano, the presence of Mary in the density of your call and your mother of lightness that knows that nothing can reach your eternal children. I also deposit in you, by the grace of fire igniter, the corner of the resurrection, the corner of trumpets in his ears. I put in you the power of the Word, where no words can confuse, where no words can betray, where no words can lie. So altogether, whatever the day, whatever the time, wherever you listen to me or read me, every time we commune together in the same fire of love. This develops now. Silence, my friend, my beloved, was made an oath. This is the time for you to remember, is the time to live. There is no obstacle that prevents or that can withstand the fire of love, this bath of love. Receive. Receive the light one and indivisible in its unit, in its truth. I welcome you in the same way, without limits, without restriction, in my temple of my eternity. You are invited to its rebirth, you are invited to ascension of the earth and its release. There is no more delay, no more space, there is nothing to tell or to cache, and I bow before you, surrender your free flame, yielding grace to his smile, and his eyes light. So, I need not repeat what I love because you see you. And then my words no longer serve for nothing but to give rhythm to the symphony of love. These words I utter, and you can say also, are just the purity of the vehicle of love and word. So I make it rain on you as Teresa did, a shower of thanks that covers you. Make good use. Feed your fire, light it, reveals it to the world. Silence, are you with me for eternity? Let me leave this silence now, follow the work that takes place at this very moment, so that you collect in your intimacy before I resume the symphony of my words. Silence, and then, in the fullness of that silence, you are alive and free. Not the freedom to do what gives him pleasure, but much more freedom to be what you are in truth. Silence, in his heart of fire, there is nothing to protect, nothing to hide. Silence, so singing in your ears and in your heart, is the corner of the resurrection. I'm glad me to watch it. I share your flame of love. We commune together the truth una. Silence, right now, the laughter of his heart is revealed in this world, in this moment where his kingship is revealed to him. Silence, right now everything is fulfilled. Right now nothing is missing, at this moment you are free. Silence, right now, the freedom of love is what you are. In every moment you can return to it, whatever the circumstances. In the noise of the world, as in the silence of your heart, there is the same fire, the same intensity of love. In every moment, you are reborn. Silence, receive. Receive and let it drain, not hold anything. Let it pass, let it impregnate, let yourself give life for your heart, let yourself love by true life. Silence, let anchor in love and eternity. Silence, and then right now as at any time, you are completed and satiated. Saturated joy, saturated with love, which may have to wait even more, to expect more. What may be lacking? This harmony is drawing the contours of your freedom, this harmony singing the word in you. Where you seek, where what you think, there is nothing left to be desired, there is nothing to expect, and there is nothing to fear. The fire of love takes away all doubt and all fear of what seems unknown, and therefore is known from all eternity. There is nothing to fear, there is just to say yes. Yes to love, yes to life. And your heart cannot say no, he only knows how to say yes. So I address you in this instant, you hear me where you read me. Let the love dissolve all fear, leave the fire to end the ephemeral. There is no better way to preserve your calls in case this world. Fire puts end the doubts, the fire puts an end to fear. I tell you from the heart. I speak in the privacy of your heart. I do not speak only of you. Silence, so, I know you hear me, I know you understand my words, my silences and my word, because they are no different from you. And this is known to all eternity, you purchased forever, even forever. Let me feed your fire with my fire, which is the same fire. So we commune together right now. So we live it, because we are beyond all rules of every game. We are love and we are the truth. And then, nothing can be disguised. Silence, let me love you, let me. You reborn again in Christ's light in one light, I bless you. Each of my words, every one of my silences are the blessing of the word and love. There is nothing else to do but the intensity of the moment. Now I tell you yes to your love, as you say yes to love you are. And I take to heart the fire of life, and I take to your heart the unspeakable truth, and I take to your heart the flame of your eternity. Listen and receive the word of fire, water of life, the ether of life. There's your kingdom, that the risen Christ. Silence. At this moment the words are no longer necessary, because we speak of heart to heart and the heart of the heart. We speak of love, we sing joy, we sing the truth. Silence. Listen to what your heart says, and is inner silence. Listen to the ineffable corner of liberty. Listen to the hymn to love, that resonates in every dimension and worldwide. Listen to the song of joy that it resurrects. Listen to what you are. So is the song of love singing angels choir in each metatronic note, in every creation, in every experience. Silence. Your heart knows and recognizes all hearts. There is no difference, there is no distance, because every heart is unique, so identical. You are beyond appearances, beyond what can be measured, what can be defined, then can be explained. Love is sufficient unto itself, no need to show, there is no need for words, there is no need for justification. So listen and receive again. In His name, in my name and, above all, in the name of love, the truth is established. Silence. What can still say their limited awareness that is on the face of it that is so vast, so big and so beautiful? You cannot find anything to suppress or to hide in unconditional love. He only asks to appear, it only asks to be in every moment of his life, in every awakening as in every dream, every look, no person apart, without the intensity difference, without trial and without priority. See it with your heart. So now, I bless you again, and let work the fire of love, the fire igniter in the silence of my words and his words. Commune again in the single grace. Commune again without measure. Commune together in freedom. Commune together in the unity of love. Silence. I bless your presence and I welcome his blessing. There is no distance, no more delay, I give thanks in his resurrection and his freedom. Silence. I bow to you. Silence. In the name of Christ and in the name of eternity, I give thanks. I thank you for all you care and by his presence, by the beauty of your heart and the truth of your smile. Be blessed. A thanksgiving rain covers you now. I love you and I process my words, and I process my silences. And I put myself in you. I have always been and will always be. I leave you now. Open your eyes when you want about this world where you are placed, but his look might not be the same because it's your heart that looks this world and not his person. I give thanks and I salute you.